Hello, everyone. This is Fisherman's Village Broadcast Happy Hour, and we are at the Shack Arts Center in downtown Everett. And it's brought to you by Tito, Vodka, and Elysian Brewing. My name's Eva Walker. I'm here with the Grizzled Mighty. Hello, Grizzled Mighty.
How's it going?
How's it going?
Good.
I would love to tell everyone what we just talked about, but I won't. So how does it feel? Let's just start with that. How did it feel to play into an empty theater?
It feels good to play, really. Honestly,
I mean, that theater is not empty. It is incredibly haunted. There were at least 17 ghosts in there. So,
well, I hope they at least virtually tipped you guys.
Yeah.
One of them pinched my ass for sure.
I bet it wasn't an organ donor.
Just do it. Donate.
And is this the first time you guys have played since COVID?
This is our third time technically. Yeah. All within the last couple of weeks, though.
Okay.
Just doing some streaming stuff.
Yeah. And my when I first heard of the Grizzled Mighty, I was watching this is way before I took over Audio Oasis. I was watching it in studio, and what I thought was pretty cool was the past members that you've had. So Whitney Petty, who I just adore.
Oh yeah.
And Lupe Flores has been in the band.
Yeah.
And I was going to ask about like the path of playing with all these different musicians and how that's cultivated into like this current lineup.
Yeah. I mean, each like version of the Grizzled Mighty like kind of takes on its own shade. From like Whitney to Lupe to Faustine to now JoJo to John and Jewel. It's always different. No one plays the same and no one has the same idea, so it's always fun to like bounce things off of different ideas.
Has the sound
for sure
changed significantly or just like kinda?
I don't know. It's always in the ballpark of just like loud.
That's true.
So, I guess not significantly, but it's definitely, changed and progressed. Now having like a 3-piece instead of a 2-piece that definitely changed things, the most.
Especially live, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think it's hard to, so much of Grizzled Mighty songs are groove-based even on the older albums, but it's hard to maintain that groove and also solo at the same time when you're one dude. So I'm glad that I can make a platform for you.
Me too.
Be the base.
Thanks, Joel.
Exactly.
Thanks, Joel.
The foundation. And as far as the members go, you're kind of spread out, right? Like Seattle, you now live in Portland?
I'm in Portland. I was in New York before that for a while. But it's always been, what's that?
I remember hearing that.
Yeah, I was in New York for a couple of years while Faustine was drumming, so we were kind of just going back and forth. But, Seattle's still like my home. It's just nice
Were you
to
born in Seattle?
I was born in LA, but I grew up in Spokane.
Okay.
But I spent a majority of my adult life in Seattle. And even since I've been gone for a couple of years now, but I'm just in Seattle, like every week really.
Yeah.
So I don't really feel like I left.
Yeah, and so kind of being used to having members that are sort of far out, literally not, anyway, having far out members, has playing during quarantine, like virtually, is that kind of like easy?
No.
Like not really a problem?
It's not easy.
Okay.
It's not ideal. But we make it work. Luckily, like everybody I play with are really good. So like we can just like do our own playing, and so we get together. It's not just a lot of like, banging around. We can kind of like just like get to the songs and get them tight. So that helps, having musicians play.
Nice. So let's talk about what you released this year. Confetti Teeth. I like the name.
Thank you.
What the hell does that mean?
So Confetti Teeth is it's a line out of one of the songs, and it's kind of like when somebody like smiles like really big, like they kind of like smile kind of like explodes. So this is what it is.
I love that, Confetti Teeth. I didn't even have an idea of what you meant by that, but I was like, what the hell does that mean? It's a great name. And released through Freak Out, Guy Kellner, shout out. And how did it feel? this time it wasn't me. How did it feel to release that during all this, in the midst of all?
Well, not ideal, but it's good just to get it out. Yeah, we had it done, several months before, like everything kind of, went crazy. So, we thought to have the conversation, like, well, do we sit on it or do we put it out? And I'm glad we didn't. Like, that would drive me crazy. So it's not ideal. It's not the best situation to put out an album with, but it's been good. It's been well received, which is nice. It's fun to play the songs now. So, yeah.
Yeah, today's set was only new album stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. And is there a lot of co-writing? Is it mainly, I'm just thinking about you guys being in different locations and how you guys make that work.
Yeah, it's, I guess I steered the ship on it. But like we had a fun, like writing session where we had a buddy who owns like an oyster, like a clam farm, like on the coast of Washington, and he has this like shed where he has a stage set up because he used to like throw shows there, and so we asked him if we could like hang out in his shed for a few days, and we just took acid for like 3 days and just like jammed out like 40 just
a lot longer than 3 days.
like 40 different like just grooves, and then like went back to a whole mess of recordings and it's like no, oh, that could be a chorus, and then just kind of started piecing things together from there.
It was riff purgatory.
Yeah.
Like you were just there for an eternity, just riffs.
I love that when something sounds better when you're in the moment, Mom.
Drugs.
And then you listen to it later, you're like, yeah.
Nah.
But that works, that little 30
That
seconds.
little- yeah,
I'm going to
that
make that
little
into a 4-minute song.
Yeah, we didn't really remember, like, me and Joe didn't really remember what we did. And then a couple months later, Ryan had, like, meticulously combed through everything. And he's like, these are songs I made out of what we played. And we're like, oh, did we play that? That's cool.
And so what is the music scene like in Portland for you? How are you?
It's smaller than Seattle. It's really cool. Everybody's really nice. It's just a smaller scene, so you get to know everybody, pretty quickly, which is great. But yeah, I still consider, even when I was in New York, I still considered like Grizzled mighty Seattle-based band. So
yeah. And I didn't actually write this up there, but just speaking of Portland, this is reminding me of these two things. How was dealing with all this smoke and
miserable
fires?
And so bad. Yeah, it was gnarly. Just like getting winded, like going outside, like I feel dizzy and sick, and I get all the way down. So yeah, it was a bummer.
Yeah, no, totally. I'm gonna ask you another bummer question after that. So go ahead.
I'm good. Let's hear the next one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Portland, along with Seattle, has been, I'm going to try and make this fast because I got the 5-minute mark. Portland, along with Seattle, is very active in like a lot of the social justice stuff that's been happening. It's very, necessary and reasonable. And how have you been involved in any of that, kind of witnessing, I'm sure, a lot of that?
Yeah.
You've been in the protests?
Yeah, I've been to several protests, both in Portland and Seattle.
Is there any music that's kind of, or any influence that's?
Not so much music stuff. It gets pretty intense down there.
And it was in Portland. They were like grabbing people off the street, right? And
Yeah,
putting them in vans.
Yeah, I've been to several, and things usually are escalated when the cops start just grabbing people and throwing them in vans, or start shooting rubber bullets at people, or gassing people.
Fine, right?
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I'm not afraid of like the other protesters or Antifa. Or that's not like what is the scary thing about going down there. Is the police have been really kind of doing what they want to do, and that's not how that's supposed to work. So
Yeah, totally.
But, yeah, it's been pretty intense.
So I'm gonna end this just kind of asking you guys, like, how have you been enjoying or not enjoying the virtual world of performing?
I
lately?
don't like it.
I'm with you on that.
I miss people, and I
Yes.
miss like shows and loud noises and kind of feeding off other people's energy.
Crowd
But
surfing.
I'll take what I can get. Any port in a storm.
I mean, yeah, we were discussing how differently you kind of have to play the songs for a stream versus in person. Like, for the first stream we did, we played all of our songs like really fast, because that's normally what we would do in a live show. You kind of play it faster than the album because of all the energy in the room,
Totally.
and that's what people kind of want. And you can get away with it a little bit more, but on the stream, it kind of like, oh, are they okay? We're going really fast.
Yeah, Motorhead wouldn't be so good on streaming.
Yeah. So, but it's also like a unique opportunity because a lot of our songs, especially on the new album, are a little more in like a laid back pocket groove. And so it's like, oh, we finally get a chance to like express that side of our musicality. So I think that's cool.
Yeah, I've been telling musicians, I'm like, isn't it humbling to like, you're playing to like 1,000 people, 500 people, and then you start a live stream and you're like, cool, 20 people are watching.
I don't know what you do after the song. I'm like,
yeah.
But for what it's worth, that's what you do at shows too, though.
Yeah, but like, at least there's other people that
They're
can,
just chit chat, talk amongst yourselves. Yeah.
Is there anything that is coming soon that's brewing during all this? What's next?
Yeah,
for you
it's
guys?
just starting to write the next one. Since touring did not happen for this year, we had some cool stuff lined up that we're looking forward to do. So now we just gotta write another album, and
No big deal. It's fine.
hope the world doesn't end in
Back
between.
to the clam
Have you been
shack.
feeling creative during all this? Or?
Yeah, I'm like I needed like a break for just like writing an album. It's a lot of just like in your own head. So like this summer, I bought a van that I've just been working on, and now I'm tired of that. So I think I'm gonna start playing guitar again, and spend this winter just hashing out some tunes.
Cool. Well, thanks for hanging out and talking
thank
with me,
you.
guys. Grizzled Mighty. Check out Confetti Teeth. Great. One of the best album titles I've heard all year. This is Fisherman Village Broadcast Happy Hour. That is a mouthful. My name's Eva Walker. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you. Appreciate it.